Here's an excerpt from Chapter 5 of Three Stages, the first book of my memoir trilogy. At the time, I was an actor in Hollywood and had been on several network TV shows. Here's the excerpt. In the spring of '62, I got my all-time best TV job. It was a pilot for a CBS comedy series called Swingin' Together. It was about the misadventures of a band trying to make it in the music scene. It starred Bobby Rydell, and I was the bass player. Bobby, like most of the other stars I've worked with, was a terrific guy. Let me add here a general note. Over the 55 years I've been in the entertainment business, I'd say that from Mary Martin to Richard Avedon, way over 90% of the celebrities with whom I've been associated in one way or another have been kind, friendly, and unpretentious folks. Back to Bobby and our show. He was, still is, I presume, a wonderful musician. I was not into pop music, so although I knew his name, I was not familiar with his work and was surprised to learn that he was proficient on several instruments and his musicianship was exemplary. Also, he was fun to be around. The other three guys comprising our group were not particularly musical and had difficulty faking their instruments, but through the magic of editing, this was not evident in the final cut of the show. The producers provided each of us with recordings of all the tracks of the songs in the show, and we were to take these home and get familiar with them before they shot our close-ups for the musical numbers. As a former bass player with Dick Shoup's group in college, I learned the bass part as well as the lyrics, and when they shot me, I played the bass along with the track. I'd struck up a little romance with the producer's secretary and was
swing on bass.
privy to some of the internal goings-on in the production team. The day after we shot the close-up, she came to me on the set and asked me what grace notes were. I explained. This is not in the book. This is the explanation of grace notes. When you hear a bass line being played like doom, 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 then you hear doom, doom, ta-doom, doom, ta-doom, the little extra ta-dooms, that's the grace note. So back to the excerpt. I explained and asked her why she wanted to know. She told me that when they were watching the dailies, Bobby's manager, a former bass player, had said, "Look at that, he's even playing the grace notes." Alas, the pilot was not developed as a series, but it was shown on CBS that summer, and while I was in San Diego, I got to see it with some of my friends. Now, this is not in the book either, but it's a little bit that funny thing that happened. On the closing credit crawl of the show, my name was Ben Bryant. They had the T in the wrong place. I contacted Screen Actors Guild, and a couple of months later, I got a check for, I don't remember, I think it was around $100 for them getting my name wrong on the credits.